It's the latest escalation in Donald Trump's trade war with Canada. As we reported earlier, the U.S. president is threatening to impose steep tariffs on Canadian-made aircraft. This latest turbulence, part of a dispute over aviation certification Trump is claiming has unfairly blocked U.S. jet sales in this country. Joining us now is John Gradek, McGill University professor and aviation analyst, who has been extremely busy today, of course, in light of this news. So thank you for your time. I have to know, what was your reaction, your initial reaction when you heard about this latest threat?
I was floored. This is like coming right out of the blue. There was no discussion, no conversation, no nothing anywhere in the media or in aviation circles about this potentially, damaging edict by President Trump last night. So I was just flabbergasted.
And I think a lot of people were. I'm wondering, does the president really even have the power to do this? Because that's something that a lot of experts seem to be questioning.
Well, this is Donald J. Trump. So he doesn't really have to, doesn't worry much about whether he has the authority or the power to do it. He just says, that's what we're going to do. And so last night was another example of that. In terms of the regulatory world of aviation, this is a highly regulated business, and there are practices that are part of the business. And no, he does not have the authority to do this. The FAA has the authority to decertify an airplane and to park airplanes. So these airplanes by Bombardier have been certified, and for you to decertify that airplane, need to have some very, very serious safety concerns, not commercial interests, and that seems to be the case this time.
Okay, so if Trump imposes tariffs on Canadian aerospace shipments, which is also part of this whole discussion, what would the potential impact be on the U.S. aviation sector?
On the U.S. aviation sector, they'll be jumping for joy. The U.S. Manufacturers would be saying, "Well, we finally managed to keep a Canadian competitor out of our business." So Gulfstream will be very happy because the Canadian price will have jumped by $30 or $35 million because of this tariff. So it makes the Bombardier airplane that much more unsellable. So Gulfstream will pick up some of that traffic. So the impact will be on Canada, will be on Bombardier. There will be a significant impact in terms of employment and company share price and company longevity.
Yeah, of course, the markets as well. We already saw share prices plummeting this morning.
Yeah, and but you have to go back and really understand how did this whole thing evolve, and it really is a commercial spat between Gulfstream and Bombardier. Bombardier has been doing a absolutely wonderful job of building first-class airplanes and selling them at competitive prices in the U.S. They've cleaned Gulfstream's clock in terms of selling airplanes into the U.S. Gulfstream's upset. Gulfstream basically called the president through General Dynamics, their owner, and said, "We have to stop Bombardier airplanes from coming into the U.S. Please help us. By the way, here's a storyline that we're slow on certification, and that we need a 50% tariff." So that to me is the whole story behind last night.
So what should Canada do to deal with this threat?
You know, patience
$1 million
is
question.
wearing patience is wearing very thin. So I've been pounding the pavement today, talking to various media about. So what do we do now? And I think I've said nothing. Just wait for Trump to kind of get slapped around by the administrators, by the regulators. Oh, or we can take out the nuclear option, I call it, and say, okay, Mr. Trump, if you guys want to play that game with Bombardier, we'll play a similar game with you, and we'll stop, U.S. commercial aircraft from using Canadian airspace, and that's within our power to do that. So, is that taking a howitzer up against a shotgun? Probably, but if we're going to be serious about talking about retaliation and sending a message to Mr. Trump, that'll definitely send a message.
Wow, what crazy times we're living in. I mean, that's the only word I can think of right now. John Gradek, thank you again for your time today. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. Have a great weekend. Take care.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Take care. Have a good weekend.
Enjoy. Thank you very much. And my wife says hello. Take care.
Hello to your wife. I hope she watches
All
tonight.
right. Good night. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.